Hello guys and welcome to episode 12 of Catch Industry Season 2. And I'm Nair and welcome back. Or welcome to the first episode you ever watched. I don't know what you're doing. I hope you enjoyed. Well, this episode there's a lot less building to go ahead. I can say that one. There's a lot of preparing for the next one, which is right here. Guns diesel. That is a very important detail. Without this, we cannot go anywhere eventually. Because I just built a new diesel generator, diesel basic distiller, yeah, for diesel. Um, Largely for a single reason, being that I want more vehicles. I have put 2 excavators and 4 trucks in the actual new construction list, and those will be working on this mountain and dump everything in here. I don't want them to be dumping anything in the splitter. I just want them to dump everything straight into the ocean. I hope I can do that because I need them to get rid of this entire mountain, and that is only possible when I can actually just get rid of the mountain. Also, they are gonna dump everything here, obviously, because well, we need to mix those things up. Because the beach needs to be covered around or surrounded at least. Look, like I said, in the ocean it doesn't register. Like the more I get dumped, the more it registers. And also the mountain is in the way. It's look at the land you can claim. It's a ginormous square. It's more than this. It's very useful. And funny thing is, it's pretty good in the middle. It has the copper, iron, and coal here. It has quartz here. It has titanium here. It has more coal and iron here. It has some iron coal here. It has gold and quartz and iron here. It has gold over this place, as the closest gold pretty much have. We don't have gold on this island, if I'm correct. We only have a lot of quartz. Yeah, the closest gold is either this or this. Yeah, this could be a good starting center location. Eventually, of course, this is the center location. Okay, now it's extremely foggy. Well, this is the center location eventually because it's in the middle of all the islands. Better locations you can't have. But for now, there's no other option than this. In the meantime, I'm gonna put this one in priority right now because we are lacking severely on the side of this. Let's let's hope we can produce a lot more. Like we are not making enough. I can try and make more. So the ship cannot move yet. This is still producing. This one is now here. By the way, these are the miners here in this place. Those are the flatteners. Eventually they are gonna work on the sand bit by bit and mostly gonna work on flattening stuff. The truck is very important as well, but it's gonna take a severe amount of time still. I need the planter, that's why I'm building new ones, not upgrading things, because upgrading always gets priority, which is annoying because I need the planter very bad. Prefer now than later. Because, well, this is our forest close to our base left, and this is our forest further away from our base left. It's not a lot. It's actually slowly starting to get all removed. I kind of am too late to catch it. I am sort of just in time actually. Like if I'm not using any wood for anything else than just construction components, construction parts, I should be fine. And I have 294 actual yellow parts still. And with that little crazy amount, I should be fine. Even though loading the ship means that there's going to be 150 less because I want this thing to be delivered. We need to do that because this thing is slowly, because there's more and more pumps on it, you're running out. Look, it's sure they are not all working on it, but we already are like a third of the way. And at this rate, it's going to go faster and faster, and eventually it's going to run out. It's a third of like a boring island, so I want to use the boring islands most. Let's see what the boring island has for capacity. I don't know the exact capacity of a boring island. I just hope it's something like 600,000. So much more than that, I think. And you can also increase it by very late things. Yeah, 600,000. 6 million. 6 million. Okay. Well, it was 6 grand. It's 600k. 6 million. But I do need to upgrade this over a short period of time because I'm gonna need at least like 120 to 180 oil coming in to have enough diesel produced. So for now, I just keep this yellow part stuff here, but I'm going to unpause this stuff, mostly because, well, I can always pause the very first thing and then it is paused, just so I can turn it on when I need it. And they need yellow parts as well, along with obvious white parts. And this one is now faster in this, just the truck is still slow. And that is now not going anywhere. So prioritize this again. One of these. Okay. You need steel. Where is the steel you should have? This is iron. Iron. Yeah, steel is sometimes hard to just come by. They wait a long time before they even grab or consider grabbing some steel. Like, it's way too long. It's annoying. It's extremely busy, which doesn't help. Also, the food situation is dire, to say the least. As the best I can do is ignore building more farms, or at least not going full ham on building more farms. And actually turning this into a little water collection area for 1 or 2 farms. Like this. And fluid pipe. This, and this. Look, fluid pipes are now just quickly being built up. Then we make this into an irrigated farm. Then we go this and move it back a little bit. Okay. Good, on location. And then we remove few pipes. And get some fluid storage. Right here. Like this. Then we get some more pipes. Go in here. Go in here. And then go down to here. Same for this. What I'm gonna do with this is quite literally just using this for a lot of water. Sure, it's up. Let's not do it up. There. So unpause this whole lot. I know it's a lot of components that need to be used in here and a lot of wood. But we need to have water and some irrigated farms to get a quick production going. Otherwise we will be in trouble with food, because there is a very limited amount of food compared to what I need at this point. We still have room for glass, and this also means that the factory is going to expand this way and not this way. Leave space for the trucks to drive up here, leave space to get the trucks to drive down here. These two are going to be irrigated farms, by the way. They're going to be full on potatoes, and the rest is just going to be logical normal farms, eventually also being irrigated, but I cannot do that yet. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit, because it's expensive to do this, and well, we don't have the parts for it. We have the other parts pretty much for it. Only one production click and we have it. Just need white parts, which we need concrete for, which we don't have delivered, because it's extremely busy, like always. I don't know when it's not extremely busy in this game, it's like always too busy. Exhaust is stuck, because these things need to be upgraded. But we wait for our yellow parts to return for that, because otherwise everything will absolutely go wrong. Come on, make the yellow parts, man. Let's buy some concrete so they don't have to drive like all the way to the other side of the map. Iron is the only problem they don't have on this side. Wood they have on this side, concrete they temporarily have on this side. Just iron they don't have any of. 3 water collectors are done. Look, as far as my experience goes, you can place 3 groundwater pumps before they will drain the water faster than it can refill itself. But it also depends on the size of the water source, and this water source is pretty big. I think it should be able to cover more. This is smaller, this is a huge one, so I think this can cover like 6 or 7. This can cover like 3, 2, 3, like 2 or 3, 4, maybe 5. Same this, 2 or 3. And more water collectors are being built up. I need a lot of white parts for them, and they will always be bringing the white parts over to their location where they are needed before anything else, I've noticed. It's constantly struggling as well. Like, they never bring steel, apparently. As clear as day. Even though it's literally here, they just don't bring it. Not once, not ever. Okay, that we need to prevent. Oh no. Like, it also works fine. Just annoying that it gets spent on that. More and more water collectors are being built, and I prefer the pipes and the storages to be built quicker than this. Yeah, we cannot do that. Also, it seems like the workers are being used faster than I can get them, even though I don't know where. Oh wait, I just built I just built a lot of production facilities. This copper one Could get some not building at this point. Because we need the parts for the water collection and the yellow parts to build this thing up quickly, because we are at the edge of not having enough food for our people. And it's like 8 for an irrigated farm. That's why we have 2. Also, this is odd. Okay. Now unpause these 2. That was weird. They were not connected. White parts are almost enough of. I need like another maybe 200. Which is pretty quickly done because they are being built in large quantities for each, so not that long. It's just that it's too far away to be actual efficient. That is why this has to be done quicker, but this is also limiting itself at this point. At its limit. You cannot really work this for very long anymore. Any construction and production we will stop after this, because we need to clear out this thing because it's blocked by stone. And it's getting blocked by dirt pretty quickly at this point. So that's not good. It needs to be prevented ASAP. Okay, our conveyor belts are done. Then advanced diesel is going. That's for the next episode, by the way. It's not for this episode. This episode is just getting this water gun done. Maybe fixing this stuff because it's annoying. The dirt is constantly stuck. Like there's 20 dirt constantly in here, and this thing is trying to empty. But to empty it, I need this. So let's do this. So let's upgrade these. 60 is now 200, so it's more than triple. 3.5 times speed, pretty much close to it. So we are now clearly speeding through this backlog, which is clearly important. This is now empty, and they obviously cannot keep up. And they are almost done. If we're gonna build a bigger one, I'm gonna build it like here, separate, because it's 500 red parts. Unless I have 500 in the storage box waiting, I cannot do it otherwise. Otherwise, they are gonna be stuck until I've got those 500. Not being able to dump their loose product anywhere. So yeah, not really a big choice to do this. Can't really do a lot. I'm trying, but I'm still stuck in like this phase. The phase of constantly being stuck in extremely busy because there's not enough belts going around. And there's too many small trucks to going around for it. Because if you replace all these small trucks with the big ones, it's no problem at all. Somewhere they're hammering in at the neighbors. It's annoying. I hope you don't hear it. I think you do. I can't really do anything about it. So let's see. They are keeping up absolutely perfectly. They are keeping up perfectly as well. They are keeping up totally fine. Maybe I'm gonna take one truck off though. The full reason that I then get a extra truck running around. Which is like an extra 20 that gets transported and an extra truck that can do another job. It's always better to have multiple trucks running around than a single one. There's like a storage of 10, but only if it's empty of like all the dirt, it can push your ass forward. That is weird. But it's alright. The rock is slowly progressing. The rest is slowly progressing here. almost halfway there. It looks. For 120 years, we barely made a dent here. But we're moving, which is the important part. And Advanced Diesel is almost halfway. So at the end of the episode, we will be at Advanced Diesel or very close to it. I'm doing this because otherwise they are just here idle, even though they could be collecting water. So yeah, there's still a lot of white parts necessary for the things I said 200, not for the storage. That's another 300. So yeah, we're not there yet. We're getting there. I try to not use too much wood for anything like buying more concrete or anything like that. Because I'm very limited on it. At this point, I was in complete abundance of it, and now I'm starting to slowly limit myself because of the lack of pretty much trees at this point. I'm cutting down more and more forest, having less and less forest, meaning I have less and less trees. Fix that, I need this, and to get this, I need more flatland. So yeah. And for flatland, this needs to be finished. Which it is not for a while. This doesn't look finished whatsoever. So slowly cleaning up again. I need to clean up constantly, and this is just a way to clean it up. It's very slow, but it is steady. Because otherwise you constantly have tiles everywhere, which is just ugly. Just I need this big truck, but they are completely stuck and they are not sending in like any yellow parts, not even a single one. Yellow vehicle parts. For the first time they ever actually do it, because they are not extremely busy. Why with extremely busy are they not even thinking of bringing steel over once? Like I'm completely confused about that one. In the meantime, we need to start going for mechanical parts again, because we have no mechanical parts. Well, not enough. Okay, you have the water in this side like I expected it to be. I pretty much based it off that fact. All the water tanks are done. They are gonna be upgraded pretty damn quick. Like this is done, and this is going, and this, and then we have to build storage. So yeah, they are being upgraded as soon as we possibly can. Also, there is still 38 things to do. Yeah, we are far from done, and almost everything is before research 2, and some are after research 2. I've not even had everything yet from research 2. But yeah, we cannot really do anything about it. Making more and more of our tanks complete. Okay, all these water collectors are empty. They're slowly filling up some tanks more again. And more of these tanks are being completed. Okay, Advanced Diesel is now done. That is gonna mean that this has to be started up as soon as we can. So probably I will move our stone over to this again to speed it up. So let's say nothing can be dropped here, and rock is allowed to be dropped here again. This is to speed up a little bit, to make more space, so we can make a small refinery with Advanced Diesel. It's not an advanced refinery, it's just a small one that makes more diesel from less oil, which is a better way to deal with oil. So we are now at this point that we are still struggling crazy. This one, I want to just move this over because this is still emptying the rainwater collectors. And yeah, when the next rain falls, I don't want it to waste rainwater. Upgrade this one quickly. And I pretty much move this to trees. Why? Because we need a lot of trees and I don't want a irrigated farm to farm trees. That's just a waste. Okay, then we do this. And now it's just only one thing, is waiting for the yellow parts to build this again. We don't need any white parts, we just need yellow parts. We just also filling up all our storages is also a good important part of the job. Like pre-filling them is always better than just having to deal with it after it's already getting taken in constantly. And we're gonna remove a few of these, given that the tank is gonna be somewhere here. Remove this list. And we're making part 2s again. The yellow parts. Yellow parts are going to be dropped in this one to make it an irrigated farm, to have 2 irrigated farms and 4 regular farms, which will be irrigated eventually. But irrigated is just way better because they can constantly produce food instead of only when it had rained. So yeah, let's wait for a bit. It's 12 from 56. And we're pretty much getting there. Okay, and move this one up now to start building up our yellow vehicle parts again, because we want the tree planter and obviously also this truck. And the tree planter we want the most. It's just a hard thing to get if nothing else gets built. The highest part is this part. We are just through our highest bit of this hill, so the job is getting easier. 52. One more and it's done. There's one more. Okay, now it gets built. We select this thing and we see where if it works this way, or we have to do it one away from it. Or this way, because then they have a little bit more space for trucks. Like this, and then like this. Impulse, impulse, to get our water into our farms. I hope this works. At least fine. Okay, so now we have water streaming through. This needs how much? 2760. Okay, 3660. Okay, not every time we need full, and also it rains sometimes. Now we have 2 irrigated farms, hopefully having enough rainwater stored up in the storages and collecting enough rainwater for them to be ran. I think not, because technically if there's no rain, they're gonna need about 10 to 20 to 15 each. 10 to 15. Pretty damn bad. So yeah. Conveyor 2. Conveyor 2. This is slowly doing well. This is slowly getting through this hill with a bigger truck at this point, which is huge. Means it's going to be a quicker job. It's really at its limit. It cannot really handle any more trucks. So before we get any further with this, we need to add a big one. But also I'm scared to add the big one because it takes up so much space. Ooh, we are finally planting our trees. And we're then going into this now. Our new trees are being planted, our old trees are slowly being cut down. Our trucks and excavators are being built up in here. Everything, of course, is going to be eventually upgraded to a truck. Every single thing. I'm not gonna keep my pickups driving around for long. That's just a waste of slots. And it also doesn't work because it's 3 times as little stuff they can transport, so you have to travel 3 times more for the same stuff. Okay, so we're getting some yellow. Then we can upgrade this, and upgrade this, upgrade this, and upgrade this. Why did I do that? Because 60 is not enough, so we need 200, which is also not enough technically, but it will do fine to empty out the exhausts on these things to a reasonable amount, so they can keep working, because they were not working full time because they couldn't, because the exhaust was full. Even just on one truck, by the way. Don't need 2 trucks going on this thing. What I do need is move it back over temporarily, just a short time, to here to gather some extra sand, because we're kind of out of sand at this point. Just to get a little bit of sand, and then continue right back on this. And they're constantly collecting dirt and slag and rock. Whilst this is struggling to keep up. And then we also need to upgrade this conveyor with this conveyor. And this conveyor. Because otherwise we don't have enough throughput. Now we do. We need 120 throughput, and these have 200 instead of 60. So we could actually add another 2 things to it in this one line for only iron. But this should be enough for now. Coal technically should be enough. No, it's definitely not. Upgrade and tiny little corner. Upgrade. Then upgrade you again, and upgrade you again, and upgrade you again. So now it has enough throughput for both the coal and the iron. The rest is gonna take a little bit. And the sand is now going to slowly accumulate on the belt and into the storage and into this storage. And after that's done, we are going to send them back to digging up the hill to make space for a small temporary factory. Semi-permanent factory. Like, semi-permanent is not really a good way to say it. It's just a factory that's gonna stay there until I can get something better. And it's gonna be with belts, so it's halfway permanent. Continue this, this, and this. Everything else is constructed, so just take some yellow, white parts for those, and the other parts for those if needed. Still some glass, so we can still make this. Okay, new excavator is being built. Then we are gonna build a new mine control tower. And let's say, can they fit on underneath that? Otherwise, we're gonna temporarily put a little vehicle ramp somewhere. It's not really a problem if this temporarily gets stopped. To go and grab more fluid pipes all the way up. And it's immediately screwed up again. Okay. Build you. Urgent. Then edit area and say rectangle. Go from here like over like this. And say start mining. Go underneath here. Like this. Wait. Like this. On level 4. Then we just get into the mountain like always, like that we would do. And go along the coast to flatten it perfectly to level 4. It's not gonna stay level 4. It's gonna be level 2 eventually, or level 3. 4 is just too high. 3 or 2 is perfectly fine. 2 for efficiency, 3 to actually get rid of stuff. We don't even have enough people. Wow. Let's pause that then. We don't have more houses. We need to start upgrading this thing now. More people is important. More people, more joy. Get our excavator to this. Get our trucks going through. Please say the excavator fits. Should fit. Although I'm not 100% sure. Also, upgrade you. And between you and... let's get some upgraded pickups as well. Because we need a lot of fuel. They get priority, which is good. We need that priority. Can we upgrade it pretty please? We should be able to. One truck being upgraded now. Oh yeah, you actually could go underneath. Good. Perfect. Oh, and we have to temporarily switch this around again. The switcheroo. Because we're running out of mechanical components again. We're not making any vehicle parts anyway, so we're gonna have to switch this up. Anyways, we're almost. We slowly get into mechanical components again to get our deficit back. You're a truck. You're already being upgraded. Okay, let's see for another tank truck. Somewhere in this mess. There. Upgrade. I want all three of them to be big trucks. Otherwise, it just doesn't work, in my opinion. Especially with the severe need of diesel in this fuel station for trucks and excavators. But that is pretty much it for today, because we are at the end of our time. We managed to get a lot done. This is the last load of sand, by the way. Okay, switch this area quickly before end of the episode. Do it like this. this. Okay, so this is the end of the episode. We have our area swapped around. Now this is gonna take up dirt again. We are slowly taking this mountain down, which is also giving us more rock and dirt to speed this along a bit more. We do not have all the stuff yet. We need one more excavator and 4 more trucks. But that's at some point gonna be important. Not yet. This is now gonna dig this down again for a factory for probably next episode. We'll see. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe, and consider leaving a comment on your thoughts about my way of recording and editing. Editing is very minimal. Recording is trying to be as entertaining as possible, but this is a factory game, so it's not fast-paced or nerve-wracking. Sometimes it is, but not generally. What I do hope to get is that they bring in some steel quickly. Also, I don't know where all the trucks are going to that is taking so long, because they don't bring steel, which means that it doesn't generate more mechanical components, which means we don't have, we have problems. I may be able to do, no, it just doesn't bring iron enough. That's the problem. It doesn't bring enough iron, doesn't bring enough steel, brings enough nothing. Maybe we can do like this to get a second requesting thing for iron, to hopefully get enough iron going to keep up with the mechanical components. We are in short supply of it. So yeah, next episode probably starting on the factory here, depending on how fast they dig through this hill. An episode after, if this goes fast enough, we are going to make a basic advanced diesel setup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next episode. Bye!